Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.
The traditional route to the top of the world's highest mountain is about to change. An alternative route to climb Mount Everest is being created because of the avalanche risk. 16 climbers were killed last year. Now mountaineers will have to avoid that danger area. Alan Hinks was one of the first climbers in Britain to reach the top of Mount Everest, and we can speak to him in Middlesbrough in northern England. Thank you so much, Alan, for making it on the show. Now, you've been involved in several expeditions to the highest peaks. Do you think changing this traditional route up Mount Everest would actually reduce the number of casualties?
I hope it'll reduce the number of casualties. They're going to move it away from the left-hand side, or the true right bank of the glacier, more into the middle, so it'll be less threatened by these huge ice cliffs, which we call seracs. So the route should be a lot safer, yeah.
That being the case, though, a lot of people go into these expeditions for the danger element. Will that then reduce the number of people who want to go up Mount Everest?
Well, I don't really know if people do go for the danger element. I don't think anyone goes there wishing to die. I don't go and climb Everest hoping I'm going to die. I mean, climbing enhances my life. I climb to live, I don't climb to die. And it still is going to be pretty dangerous. The chances are
sorry,
you could
Alan,
get killed
I was
going to
talking
Everest.
about the excitement of climbing something this dangerous, of being able to conquer your fears, of being able to challenge yourself over such a dangerous route.
Yeah, well, we do like to make the route as safe as possible, which is a bit of an oxymoron, if that's the right word, because it is dangerous. Going to Everest is, the chances are, well, the first chance is you're not going to get to the top. Second chance is you're likely to get frostbite and have bits amputated. And quite frankly, there is a high chance you can die on Everest. I've had lots of friends die there, so it is still going to be dangerous. This route will still be crossing huge slots in the glacier known as crevasses that can be 100 foot deep. You'll still have to climb up huge cliffs of ice, you know, about the size of a small block of flats, and so there's still going to be a lot of danger, but hopefully a lot of the objective danger from this avalanche risk will be taken away.
Right. Now, Alan, look, the whole point of changing this route, of course, is to try to reduce the number of deaths from avalanches on Mount Everest. For those of us who will never be able to climb Mount Everest, who will never know the excitement of it all, what can mountaineers actually do if they find themselves in the situation of, or in the path of an avalanche? What can mountaineers do?
Well, they can not much really. I mean, you're very, very lucky if you survive. Avalanches are not soft, fluffy things full of soft, fluffy snow. They actually have huge blocks in them, like concrete blocks, ice blocks, like lumps of concrete. So you do tend to get mashed up a bit, unfortunately. So you've got to be lucky to survive them. I have been lucky and survived a couple of avalanches, and believe it or not, a couple of avalanches in the English hills in winter, but big ones on Everest, you're unlucky if you survive it. The air blast in front of a huge avalanche is like getting blown up, so you often just get blasted and squashed. So sadly, there isn't much you can do, really. Got to try and avoid them.
Alan, we're going to have to leave it there. Fascinating. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Alan Hinks there, one of the first climbers in Britain to reach the top.
Pleasure to speak to you.
Let's get the sports news now with Andy.
Thanks so much, Fauzi. Well, Afghanistan's debut in the Cricket World Cup